here to share with people what our volunteers do now.
They're giving you other avenues, showing you that if you want to go another way, these are the ways to go.
It's an awareness campaign, right? The more information that we can get out to the kids to make them aware.
We're here at the celebrations in Berwick Arena for Police Week. There's a lot of cool stuff flying around and a lot of interesting facts to be found out about how to do police work in general. So why don't we stop with all this talk and just see what's going on.
Police Week falls on the week surrounding the 15th of May. That day is the International Peace Officer Memorial Day. The activities here in Berwick took place to celebrate that and also to provide the public with an understanding of how police officers in our area do their job.
That's what we're here for today, is to recognize our volunteers and within our community, as well as to educate the community upon policing duties and the technologies that we use and employ in our police work.
The RCMP weren't the only ones on display either. Representatives from the fire department, search and rescue, emergency medical services, and the Citizens Patrol were on hand as well. All of the groups present help and partner with the RCMP in some way.
We work with youth in the eastern end of the valley, and in each of the high schools, Horton, Central Kings, Western Kings, where we have a satellite youth center. And the teenage is a troubled time, as you can imagine. There's a transition from childhood to adult. All sorts of issues come up. Basically, we're dealing with the kids before it becomes a problem, trying to prevent it from becoming a problem.
With local entertainment performing on stage, the event turned into a good family outing, which is exactly what the Mounties wanted. It gives them a chance to show that they are a part of the community.
But not only the volunteers get out and demonstrate what they're doing, lets the general public know just how many things go on behind the scenes to make our policing more successful. I mean, I even myself this morning saw some things I didn't realize, like the Red Door program, which is not directly related to policing, but nevertheless it is a help. And I was talking to the inspector about that, and he thought it was an excellent program himself.
At Berwick Arena, Mark Blinkhorn, Shaw TV News. Start your engines and get ready to race against drugs. The Digby RCMP recently put on an event in the arena called Racing Against Drugs. The program targets youth in elementary school all around the province and grabs their attention with slot car racing.
A race car driver by the name of Jerry Finley came up with the idea, and his idea was, to use the racing cars to show kids that you could go out and get the adrenaline rush and thrill from doing such things as racing cars, as opposed to things as illegal drugs. And on the other hand, you couldn't race cars at 200 miles an hour if you were taking drugs such as alcohol or illegal narcotics.
As a part of the event, displays were set up in the arena by other groups from around the area. They were aptly named pit stops. Some of the groups represented were MAD, the local fire department, emergency medical services, and even the Boy Scouts. As students rotated through each pit stop, they learned about the groups and their messages. All of this is done in order to help the students make informed decisions about drugs, alcohol, and other issues they will confront at some time in their lives if they haven't already.
They have done studies, and they found that children who go to school and are between the grades of 3 and 6 are the most receptive to learn things. And in this type of an environment, because we have things that are fun to do as well as serious topics for them, then they're not just being preached to, but they're getting to do a little bit of both things.
The program is based out of Halifax, and it travels to schools all around the province during the academic year. The RCMP feels the kids here are all winners, even if they don't cross the finish line.
The racing industry has no tolerance for drugs, zero tolerance. And that's the message that we're trying to put across, is that if you want to go into those type of occupations, such as firemen, search and rescue, paramedics, police, racing, and a lot of other sports, there's no tolerance for drugs. And therefore they're giving you other avenues, showing you that if you want to go another way, these are the ways to go.
At Digby Arena, Mark Blinkhorn reporting. These students from Kentville Elementary are putting their heads together to come up with a jingle to be used in a public service announcement for the block parents.
Well, it's an awareness campaign, right? The more information that we can get out to the kids and make them aware, they'll go home, they'll show that to their parents, and hopefully we'll pick up some new block parents from it.
Give me a block parent, give me one today.
The kids are including what they have already learned about block parents in what they are creating. Not only is this an interesting approach to get the message out, it's fun, as you can tell. The end result will be a 30-second spot to be aired on the radio.
AVR Magic 97 is a community-minded station. We certainly want to promote community awareness. Block Parents is a big community project, and we're proud to be involved in something like that.
According to Ms. Rayfuse, the spot should be flying through the airways within a month or so. In case you're wondering, the kids will be paid for their creative writing. The Kentville Police are giving them a pizza party. At the Kentville Elementary, Mark Blinkhorn reporting. With convocations, graduations, and summer vacations quickly approaching, the summer job market will soon be flooded with prospective summer employees. A new student employment center in Kentville has recently opened its doors with the intention of guiding students through the headache that getting a job can be.
Is that we're trying to connect students with jobs. Being a student employment officer, it's my job to get other students jobs. What it is, we help students where to look for jobs, perhaps like different internships that may be available. We help students update their resumes, possible, like where to go, like how to approach employers, how to go about interviews. We help them wherever we can, however we can.
According to DeVoe, the biggest problem faced by students is where to look. She says that 80% of jobs available aren't posted, but just because they're not posted doesn't mean they're not there. The initiative is always trying to get employers to post positions with the center, while giving the students the edge they need. People at the center feel that the summer employment experience is beneficial to all involved.
It's great for employers as well to hire students because they can get new outlooks in life. These students often have many creative, innovative ideas, and employers can take advantage of this. As well, the students benefit as well because they get the experience.
The program is funded through Human Resources Development Canada as a part of the Youth Employment Strategy. The student employment officers want employers to see that our youth are one of our greatest natural resources.
And children, especially youth today, are one of our natural resources that need to be tapped into, and all these people in the next 5 years will be leaving jobs in the private sector and government agencies. Who's going to fill those roles? Who's going to fill all those voids left by people retiring? It's going to have to be the youth of today.
At the Student Employment Center in Kentville, Mark Blinkhorn reporting.
Volunteers in Nova Scotia contribute about $2.2 billion worth of services to the community every year. Only in Nova Scotia and PEI is the rate of volunteerism not declining. NDP MP Peter Stauffer wants to give volunteers a boost in the form of an income tax deduction.
As smaller communities are getting smaller all the time, volunteers are becoming more and more scarce. It's becoming more expensive to volunteer. And what this bill will basically do is enable someone to claim $1,000 on their taxes, and they would get back in essence around $268.
MLA Jerry Pye says volunteers are taking more personal and financial responsibility because of cutbacks.
And many of those individuals now are expected even to pay some liability fees if in fact they're transporting people back and forth to organizations, to meetings, to hospitals and so on, many of whom volunteer this transportation service.
Under the proposed change, a volunteer would be eligible for the tax break if he or she volunteers 250 hours or more a year. That's 5 hours a week. The Volunteer Appreciation Bill was introduced in the House of Commons last week. Barb Anderson reporting.
Who would have thought a landfill could be a visitor attraction? People have visited Nova Scotia from as far away as Russia and New Zealand to find out more about our waste treatment system. Nova Scotia, and particularly HRM, it seems, has an international reputation for getting it right.
I'm doing a world trip looking at different systems for collecting organic waste and processing organic waste, and my research showed me that you here in Nova Scotia are leading the way in North America.
David Perkins of Auckland, New Zealand is getting a tour of the Otter Lake Waste Handling Facility. He's already visited compost plants and met with Nova Scotia's Environment Minister. A mention of Nova Scotia at the Oscars gets us pretty excited, but a CNN feature, a National Geographic documentary, or the front page of the Irish Times can pass without notice. Garbage isn't glamorous, but those who know that with 50% waste diversion, Nova Scotia is leading the way.
We've had probably over 50 countries. We've had representatives for over 50 countries here. We've had approximately 2,500 people have visited this facility since it opened.
We are actively marketing. Our department has an environmental industries section that is actively promoting businesses and consultants that are doing work in Nova Scotia, have learned a lot and want to export that technology.
The waste reduction plan has been implemented piece by piece over the last 5 years. Over 70% of Nova Scotians now have access to curbside collection of organics. A deposit refund system for all beverage containers ensures a return rate of 80%. Some measures have been unpopular, but are now taken for granted.
What you've managed to do here is combine the political will with the funding, and got the social the backing to make the program work, because you can't do it unless you bring all those three things together.
So do we really know what we have accomplished here? Barry Friesen of the Department of Environment says yes.
Nova Scotians are fast realizing how important this is, and many Nova Scotians are becoming very, very proud of what we've accomplished, not only what we're doing in our own home, but the fact that people are starting to recognize this.
Barb Anderson, Shaw TV News.
The quality of drinking water affects us all. Recent tragedies in North Battleford and Walkerton have given the issue national attention. A provincial conference was held in Halifax this week to discuss water safety.
There's no guarantee that events like that would not happen in Nova Scotia.
A scary prospect, to say the least. 30% of Canadians rely on groundwater. There is presently no national protection strategy. Overall, Nova Scotia does rank fairly well.
In a report this spring, Nova Scotia got a B-, which is the best rating for the smaller provinces and puts it in the top 4 in the country.
Still, experts agree more steps need to be taken to protect water sources from both natural and man-made contaminants. Municipally speaking, standards are much higher.
During the treatment process, we're probably doing over 100 tests a day, I guess from manual grab samples. But in addition to that, we're also testing online continuously with instrumentation. For instance, we monitor turbidity throughout the plant, which really tells us how effective the treatment system is.
With national drinking water scandals in the forefront of everyone's minds, many have turned to bottled water as a safe alternative. Something that is somewhat of a misconception.
But the thing about bottled water, it's not actually as regulated in some cases as drinking water. If you indeed comply with the federal guidelines, you are actually complying to a higher standard.
In the meantime, consumers will have to hope that technology can be trusted and water supplies remain safe from contaminants. In Halifax, Corey Baird, Shaw TV News.
Driving past Elm Street in Wolfville, you might have noticed an unusual roar. Don't worry, it's nothing to panic about. The Wolfville Lions Club held their grand opening of their new Lions Hall on Sunday the 6th.
We're self-sufficient now. We have a building of our own, and it's welcomed by the town itself. It's really a community hall. It's what it really is.
The Lions Hall has been an ongoing project for the last 4 years. The Lions have had a few troubles along the way, but obviously through the support of the community, they overcame any problems. The group raised $72,000 for the renovation and additions to the existing structure. It was raised through the help of the community.
Through sponsorships by different corporations, Bank, Rotary, Nova Scotia Electric, members, public, a lot of people, everybody involved.
Among the people that came out to the opening was Mayor Bob Stead. He told those in attendance that this was a moment of pride.
So I'm proud that the club is here. I'm proud that it's rooted in Wolfville. I'm proud that this facility is theirs, their home. But I'm even prouder of the configuration they're taking within the community, where they're offering so many spaces to so many people that need a space to meet and celebrate and dine and do all sorts of things, as we do often from the town hall, in fact, by using this facility.
Wolfville's mayor isn't the only one looking to use the new digs.
Oh, there's something going on all the time here. We have dinners going on. We have weddings going on. We have Trident Swim Club. They want to rent a hall. They want to have a non-smoking bingo for the Trident Swim Club. The Beavers use it. Weight Watchers use it. It's well used.
At the new Lions Hall in Wolfville, Mark Blinkhorn reporting. Thank you for watching Shaw TV News. If you see news happening or would like to comment on the show, contact us in New Minas at 681-2534 or in Digby at 245-1996 or email us at mark.blinkhorn@shaw.ca.